Hi, this is Mike from BandLab. Did you know that you can use BandLab's included effects to make your mixes sound more polished? In this video, we're going to look at how you can use filters, modulation, and dynamics processing to get a cleaner sounding mix. You can open this project yourself with the link in the video description. And if you find this guide useful, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be the first to know when new videos drop. Here we're starting out with a template I made earlier. If you're looking for a guide to starting your own track from scratch, check out our playlist of video tutorials. This 8-bar loop comprises of a kick track, a track for other drum sounds, and arpeggiator, bass, and lead parts. While there's nothing wrong with this idea in terms of composition, the mix is a touch messy sounding, with instruments fighting for space, particularly in the mid-range. Let's solo the synth parts and take a listen. The bass sound has a lot of mid-range energy, which is masking the arpeggiator and lead parts. We can tame the mid-range using a low-pass filter. The trade-off is that this will make the bass part sound less full, but that might be the right choice for this particular project. Let's try it out and see if it improves the mix. In the effects panel, I add a tone multi-filter and set its frequency to 650 Hz. Here's how it affects the sound. Here's how the bass sounds in the context of the mix. With the filter activated, the bass retains its weight in the low end, and while it loses its aggressive feel in the mids, I prefer how it sounds in context. Now the mid-range has been cleaned up a bit, let's make the most of the available space. I'd like to be able to hear the arpeggiator part more clearly in the mix, so I add a Dynamics BL1176 compressor effect. This makes the loud part of the signal quieter, then brings up the level of the track as a whole, giving us a more consistent volume level. I feel this is a touch too loud, so I bring down the effects output to -2.4 dB. I feel like the arpeggiator is now masking the drums a little too much in the mid-range, so I add a Dynamics pumper effect. With the default settings, this reduces the volume of the signal on each beat, which in this project is when the kick drum plays. This helps the kick drum punch through the mix. I don't want the effect to be too severe, so I reduce the pumper's amount to 30%. Let's tidy up the low end of the arpeggiator to give the kick and bass more room to breathe. I add a multi-filter, set it to high pass mode, and set the frequency to 200 Hz. Now let's see if we can improve the mix further by processing the lead. Like the arpeggiator, we could take out some of the sound's low end without making it sound too thin. I add a multi-filter, again set it to high pass mode, and set the frequency to 480 Hz. This sound already has some stereo movement. Let's listen to it soloed so we can hear this clearly. When a sound moves out of the center of the mix, known as the mid channel, to the sides of the mix, known as the side channel, it leaves more room for the elements in the center of the mix to breathe. Let's add a modulation effect that will give this part yet more stereo movement. I add a modulation auto pan effect. Set the spread to 80% and the rate to 16th notes. This quickly moves the lead around the stereo panorama, giving it a wide sound that helps the central elements sound solid in the mix. I also add a pumper effect, setting its amount to 27%. Again, this ducks the lead, helping the kick punch through the mix. Now let's compare the original version of this loop and the cleaned up version we just made. The processed version sounds less chaotic, cleaner, and punchier. I feel like a vocal would sit more easily on top of this version. Also, it has a lower peak level, meaning it can be pushed harder at the mastering stage. Remember, you can fork this project and make your own version of it using the link in the video description. Have fun!